Hello. It's time to paint more sea oats. There's so many. And he says, what is the music today? So edgy. It's on shuffle. Hi, Amadorgon. I'm doing great. Did we like the direct? Steven is editing it now. I forgot this wasn't grapefruit juice. Instead, it's lemonade and coconut water. And I was a little concerned when I had some. Yeah. Anyway, we're painting these sea oats, and I blocked in the sand darker where it needed to go because I had drawn in the chalk of where it's actually going to sit. I mixed up a ton of colors, and they are all swatched on my sketchbook here. These are all the colors I'm going to be using for this. I started with a lot of the burnt umber, and I did that because it's all of this stuff up here that sticks up very tall is burnt umber. So that's what I did on the painting last time. And now I'm going to start bringing up some of the green and some of the lighter colors in there, and we're going to keep building, like if you think of like little rows of this, so they sit one in front of the other all the way down. That's the plan. And then it's going to be into some detail. I've been thinking, if I want to include some of these details, and I've liked the umbrellas in the drawing, but like this one being the last of the Time of Day series, the other ones have nothing man-made in them. They're purely sky, water, sand, and then the dusk one has sea oats as well. So like, I don't know how I feel about it, but I have to do it last anyway. So my plan is to finish everything else and then make a judgment call. Always a concern when you drink a drink around paint and there isn't a taste you expect. True. Which is why I have a straw, because the paint water has no straw. That's what I try to do. Normally I try and have a cap on whatever I'm having a drink from, but I needed to finish my lemonade mix that I had made for lunch. I also finally remembered to grab a new tube of phthalo green yellow because this was the very last bit I had out. So now I have that. Safety strategy, I really shouldn't have a drink without a lid on it in here. But those were college rules for Paint Studio. We have a 14-month resub from Twilight Cat, 2 months from Strawberry Hearts, and Anise gifted a sub to Del Cake. Thank you. Thank you all. Better just draw for paint water. Wouldn't want it to feel left out. I do have a new paint water cup. And I got this at the baseball game we went to last week. Look at this. It's plastic. I kept it because I liked it. It has the Durham Bulls logo on it. And it was such a good shape. Look at this. It's such a good shape. Anyway, I kept it. Could I drink from it? Technically, I haven't put anything else in it yet. How poisonous is the paint? Quite. These are artist level acrylics. Some are more toxic than others. Did I steal a cup from the stadium? No, they're meant to be thrown away. They do not give out glass cups, they give out plastic. You do not bring them back. So I was like, I want this. So I made sure to tell my friends to not accidentally throw it away. I'm going to be using the sword brush because I've liked it, doing all these tiny little details. So I'm moving on to a plain green, which was the base level green I have here. So what's going to happen is going to be really nice is all of this top layer, this like top edge of all of the sea oats is going to be finalized today. So it's going to start looking complete and then we'll just keep working our way down. So it will be slow going, but it will make a big difference to get all of this done. So what I'm going to do is I have all my paint on my palette. I'm just going to take a scoop of this green and move it to the side and then cover up the bigger puddle again so I don't lose it for later. And then I only have this little bit that I've just moved is what I'm painting with. And that might dry out a little bit. I'm going to put a little bit of this in it, just to make sure it doesn't dry out too quickly on me. One drop because it's not much paint. Scoop. I had to pill and feed Kepler this morning. He was not happy about it. I had to go find him, bring him downstairs, and I set him in front of the wet food, and he was like, I don't want this. And I'm like, okay, well, have your pill then. After I gave him his pills, he was like, oh, food, great. How is the boy? Pill. We use pill as a verb. Go pill the cat. So yeah, he's doing fine. He will need a blood test soon, just to see how his kidney values are doing. We have an 11-month resub from D-Tran. Thank you. Oh, it says almost a year. Almost. Super close. Renee says, I may have accidentally slept in until 10:30 and had 2 very cuddly kitties on my head. On your head? I've never had a cat sleep on my pillow. I don't think I'd like that, but I've also never had to deal with it. Okay, so chalk line kind of sits here. And what I want to do is I want to just start bringing green down and fill in this space. The green does not sit as tall as the brown, but the goal is just to fill it all in. And I can bring a few taller probably, that would not be a problem. And just leave a few down further. And the green is hard to see against this ocean color, which I don't love, but I can add in other sea oat colors as I paint things. And I guess my neighbor has decided that every Tuesday at 1 is lawn care time, so if you can hear the lawnmower, I am sorry. I can hear it. And I do not love it. Better Tuesday at 1 than 7? True. But right when I woke up this morning, and then throughout breakfast stream, and then post-breakfast stream, the HOA was doing lawn care on the HOA part of the property. So that sucked. Chess says 1 p.m. in the summer is a wild time to be choosing to do a lawn thing. Oh, it's only 87, but that's not with humidity. That's not bad. Listen, it's going to be bad here for the next 2 or 3 months. We just have to suffer. It's just the reality of the situation. Chess says it's also the bad UV hour. That is true. It is the bad UV hour. We do not like the bad UV hour. So here's the problem I'm seeing, is I'm painting in these sea oats over the grass, or where the grass goes, over the ocean, and you can still see, like, here is a wave, and I should not see this wave. So I'm hoping that in doing multiple layers, that wave will disappear. It's okay up near like the top here where I don't have the sea oats as thick, but down here, it should be invisible. So I'm hoping it just kind of blends in. For a distant star, don't stop now. Isn't it strange how we're safe and home? This has words. Aiden says, summer here near Vancouver can get upwards of maybe 90 Fahrenheit, but as long as it's not the heat dome from a few years ago was 110, we should be okay. Swiffer Sweeper says, 91 for me, feels like 95, can confirm. It's an oven, make sure you stay cool and stay hydrated. Swift, do you have humidity? You must, if it's feeling like 95. My mom is out of town, and she was saying how warm it is where she's at. And I was like, ooh, I think that might be hotter than us, and you're north. Okay, we're done with that green, but I still have some on my palette, and I don't love that, because I don't want it to go to waste. I'm thinking of bringing in this row, or maybe some of this in here. 84 in Milwaukee. Yeah, I can bring in some of this. I'm also trying to fill in a little bit more where these waves are, because this green is a little transparent and I should not see any of this. And the other colors will help as I layer them on, but the more I do now, the less I can do then. Oh shoot. I wanted to have one there, but I didn't want it to look blurry. I want it to be a nice sharp line, so the brush split on me. Just adding in some little details along this path. Everyone's talking about rain, and I could use rain so much. I have to go out and water the garden today because we have had no rain and I'm not happy about it because it's hot. So I'm going to wait until later when it's in the shade at least. And I think I was saying last night, I've had a deer in the garden eating everything, and she's just decimated so much. And I have a new product coming in the mail today, and we'll see if it works. I would send you rain if I could. I wish. It would be helpful. I'm almost out of this green, or at least the stuff I pulled from the larger puddle of paint. And then I can move on to another color. So I'm just trying to use up what I have to fill in some of this space. It is kind of nice to fill in the edges of this though, to start to see where things sit. Like a lot of these ones on this side like kind of fell over. Alright, with the last of this paint, we'll just finish up over here with a little bit more over the ocean, and then we'll switch colors. Okay. Make sure I grab the right drink. Make sure my brush is good for the next color when we get there, and I'll take a short break. So I can just like sit a little different and stretch. Because when you paint a ton of lines over and over, it's a repetitive motion. And I've noticed I have not been using great posture lately. I can't figure out why. So we did these two. Yeah, these two. And I think I need to move into some of the darker greens next because the green is interacting too much with the ocean. Like it looks great over the sand. Like this area, the green looks really good. But I think up here it's getting a little bit lost with the blue of the water, which happens in the drawing too. I just need to push it. So I think that's what I'm gonna do next. I think I might switch to the dark green, the darkest one, this guy, and bring some of that in. Because if I do too much, I can just kind of paint over it with the lighter colors. But now that I have like a base layer of all of it and all the edges filled in with the main green, I can like start doing the row thing where I do the top row. Which is good. And there's a little bit of all the other colors in here, like some of the lighter browns. I kind of feel like I need a gold. Do I have anything useful or do I need to mix one? You are transparent, you will not work. Why do I have so many fluorescent tubes? Where did these come from? I have fluorescent magenta and fluorescent pink. I know I bought one, but the other one, no. You would be good, but you're transparent. Cad. You're not gold enough. What I want is non-transparent iron yellow oxide. Paint fairy. Sometimes it feels that way. Let's look through this. Ochre? Yeah, ochre's that color. There's a little bit in here. So I think I'm gonna add ochre to the swatches. You should probably be in the yellow because you have yellow in your name. I have these things that came with an old IKEA cart. I don't think they make anymore. And I'm using a different IKEA cart and they only barely clip onto the side. And so I have one for each color and then I have one for primaries, like my main like primary magenta, one for neutrals, and then one for random stuff. Because one has like interference violet in it. Do I have anything in the neutrals that would be good? Raw sienna would be good too. Which one of these do I like better? I think sienna. We'll switch to that instead. All right, I'm gonna swatch this so I don't forget it's one of my colors. So now I have 6, 7, 8 colors in the sea oats. Okay. Let's do some more. We're going to use the dark green next, because I think it's going to have the biggest impact, and I can pull it back if I need to. All right. And I'm just trying to do this top row of sea oats. And it's not going to make a whole lot of difference, but it's all of these layers that are going to build up and visually mix and look like the texture I want. It's also going to hide the ocean. You can kind of see through the green. I think I need a little more on the left side. Okay, there's the first layer. You can kind of see how it's dark. Now we're gonna move to the next layer. The next color, same layer. I think I'm moving to the light green next. This music is so dramatic, Penguin Frog says. Yeah. A bit more dramatic than normal. Okay, light green, which is this one. Some of these other colors, like the Titan Buff, are more of detail colors to bring in some other details. This is kind of like painting all those leaves on that big canvas, except much smaller. I'm going back to my main green to tone down the brown a little bit and also cover up more of the ocean. Because I can still see where they sit, and I don't love that. That's a good question. Do I typically sit when I paint, like off camera? Yes. And that's mostly because I get dizzy standing. I don't like to stand still for long. I don't mind walking, and I can walk forever. But standing still makes me dizzy. And all I want to do is sit down. Okay. Now we can add in more colors. I've added in a lot of green, so I think it's time to add some other stuff. So over here on the upper part, there's some Titan buff. And I don't get any of the raw sienna until down here. And over here I have raw sienna up here. But no Titan buff, really. So I'm gonna start with sienna. Andrew says waiting in a long line is awful. I dislike standing around talking to people. Like when you're standing in a group in a circle, hate that because I can't sit down. Well, I can't bring any of that in there yet because that is not right here. So over here, it's tiny. I'll zoom in when I'm done so you can see all the different colors and details better. You can probably just get an impression that the top row of sea oats has more to it. Like it's been built up. Now I'm gonna do the same over here, but with Titan Buff. Radio Dread says, takes glasses off, moves closer to screen, enhance. I'll do it before I'm done, you'll see. I suppose I should do this so you can see it. All right, so I think I finished this first layer. Oh, I didn't put any, no, I forgot one more color. I got a little bit more of this one. And then I'll do a zoom in so you can see what I'm doing for the rest of it. So you'll have that context. Okay. Let's do a zoom in. That is a narrow focus, okay. You can kind of see those layers there. It's the right top side. There. So you can kind of see how, like, this section is done. And now I'm going to just basically build on top of that another row. And we'll keep working our way down. That, and then refocus. I have to do this behind the camera so I can actually see where the focus lines are. There, that's the detail. So we're just going to keep building all of those colors. And next, trying to figure out what color I need to start with. Probably the darkest colors again. So burnt umber first. And the nice thing is only the greens, actually, yeah, only the greens are mixed colors. So those are the colors I don't want to run out of because then I have to remake them. But all of my neutrals are from a tube, so it makes it a lot easier in case they do dry out. So this one has a lot of dark right here, so I'm going to build more of the darker colors there. There's a Geppy hair. All right, there's the first color. Now I'll move into dark green. This green is totally dried out, so I don't have that green anymore. Oops. It's fine. I'll just use the lighter one and we'll visually mix them, which means they'll just sit next to each other and it will look the same. Okay, green is done. Now on to other green, light green. We have a 2-month free, 2-month resub from Nomi Bookworm. Thank you. Who says woo? Welcome in today. We are painting so many sea oats. So many. And the corner right here, this edge, like not the side, but the edge is a pain to do this on. Oh, that one was too big. We have 14-month resub from Furious Kitty. Thank you. Thank you for the heart emoji. Okay, now, more fun colors like burnt sienna and raw sienna. This row's almost done. I have burnt sienna and Titan buff to do. And as they get closer to us, they get bigger, so it should go faster. I think that's too curved, too high up. We'll just erase it and try it again. Yamadargan says, we finishing this painting today? I would love to be able to finish the grass today. We will see how far we get. This is a very repetitive motion that is mind-numbing, so it may be best to stop it at some point and work on the grass more Friday, and then make a decision on how I feel about the man-made elements. What am I looking for? Green. Because that will give fresh eyes, and that is important. So I think I need to tone back some of the darker colors in this area. So I'm just taking the green back and bringing that in on top of some of these darker browns. I swear this song haunts me. Trying to just lighten this little tiny section up because I feel like it's too dark. That's better. Chris Williams says, one day I'll get around to playing Persona 5. It's a long game. Am I planning to put the wooden rail and sign in? That's what I'm not sure. So those are the man-made elements I was saying. Because the other two time of day paintings do not have any man-made elements, I'm not sure I want this one to either. And the cool thing about exactly how I'm doing this and the order that I'm doing it in is they get added in later. So I can do the painting, make that judgment call, and then add them if I wish. This feels very awkward to me. I don't know if I want that at all. That would sit like here on the piece. Here, more of the angle. I really do like the umbrellas because of the color they bring in, because it's that bright red that you don't see anywhere else in the piece. But I don't know how I feel about it compared to the other two paintings. So I have to finish the grass regardless before I make that judgment call. And then I can like set all three up and see how I feel about it. So there's time to make that decision. All right, I'm gonna do maybe 2 more colors in the third layer. Slick Duke says, am I gonna auction them off together or separate? Separate. All 3 will be separate. I also do not need to have the chalk pastel anymore, so I might do that as like a really old work of mine that's also up. And I think I'm gonna frame them just because they are chalk. None of them had my signature on it, so taking care of that now. We have a 4-month resub from Break All the Pots. Thank you. One of my reminders on my to-do list is to measure all of those to see what frames I need. They're about 18 by 24, but college me was not so diligent about making sure they were the right size. I may have trimmed some of them down for random reasons. Because like measuring them, like it's like, oh, this one's 16. Why? No idea. No idea what college me was thinking. Too long ago. Alright, third layer of sea oats. I'm getting a little bit of the canvas showing through in a way that's fine, but I don't love. And what's showing through is the sand underneath all of this. Okay, that's better. I fixed it. Time for burnt umber. And where's the dark areas? So I have kind of like this dark area here, and then this is down here, but that's not quite where I'm at. So I'm gonna bring some of that in here. We have a 15-month resub from Ryan B06. Thank you. Moonstruck Blossom. That is such a Kirby name. Alright, I think I'm gonna do one more color on this layer and then wrap it up for today so I can get fresh eyes on it on Friday. What do I want to do next? Probably need to tone back some of the dark with regular green. That's probably gonna be next. And then honestly I should do light green just so I don't forget where I'm at. And then I just have the tube colors to do on Friday. So let's tone some of this back. And it does get darker over here, so I'm not toning that back as much. And over here, this is not dark, so this needs to get lined up too. And then I should make myself notes so I don't forget what I was doing. Hi.
Hi. Just checking on your painting.
What you think?
It's looking good. It's warm in here.
It is warm in here.
It feels really good because I've been.
I'm burning up.
Oh, I've been freezing. I had to put socks on to not be so cold.
And Keppo's here.
Part of me wants to walk outside because then I'll be warm.
Yes.
The problem is, if you walk outside to get warm, you have to come back inside the house. And when you come back inside the house...
That is a problem, yes.
It'll be, like, super cold.
Let's see. You want to do a zoom in for me? I need to make notes about what I need to do next time.
Yeah, I can. I'm doing real zooms.
I know.
So I'm going to do this, and then you hold it up. As close as you want. It's up to you. Oh God. Forgot it does this. Yeah, there you go.
There. So I'm working on like the third layer of grass right here, right where the pen is. And you can see there's no like the gold colors in that part yet, right behind the pen. See? Like this layer up here has gold colors, but this one does not. So that's where we're at. And then we'll have the front layer down here where it doesn't have any of the dark yet either.
Neat. Okay.
So my notes for Friday are third layer, use neutrals. I need to do the fourth layer. And then I need to decide on man-made elements. So those are the things I have to do. And provided I decide not to do the man-made elements, then the painting's done after I do the third and fourth layer. So for those of you who are just coming in and missed that talk, and for Steven too, the other two paintings, actually, Steven, let me wash my hands off, and if you could hand me Dusk and Dawn.
At some point, these will actually go up onto Redbubble and eBay.
Yeah.
You still have to get your Tory Gate.
That's why I asked for the SD card, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
That's, my plan was to do that after stream.
Okay.
Okay, so we have dawn, noon, and then dusk. So none of the elements except this one, or sorry, none of the paintings except this one have any man-made elements in them. So I'm not sure I want to put them in this painting.
Yeah.
But the way I'm painting it, I have to do them last regardless. So I can finish this on Friday and then make that choice.
My instinct would be to exclude them.
Me too, that is my instinct.
I mean, especially if these are a set, you know. Okay, neat.
So those are my feelings.
When you originally created these, like the ones from forever ago, was it intended to be a set?
Yes.
Okay.
It was the time, it was a project, and he's like, you need to go take photos of the same location, different times of day, and then you're going to draw them all.
I see.
And this was my first drawing one, and now it's my last painting one. And this was my last drawn one and first painting one, so I reversed them.
Wait, when was this project?
Drawing 2, 2009.
Okay, so interesting. Because if you had these photos, you would have just...
This is the beach access we got married at.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, we wouldn't have been dating all that long.
Correct.
Did I have to go get these photos for you?
No, I took them.
Oh, okay. Neat. Well, that's fun.
It is fun.
It is fun. Because you didn't visit Myrtle Beach until August 2009.
That's when they got taken.
So we went to the beach enough for you to get photos of all of those?
No, I visited spring of... No. Yeah, I
No?
visited spring of 2009. For spring break.
No, you didn't. Incorrect.
We started dating in 2008.
Oh, we started dating in 2008.
Yeah, so I would have taken this, I would have taken these in the
Oh.
fall or
Yeah, I
during
was
spring
thinking we
break of
started dating in
2009.
2009.
No.
Sorry. The other major thing in my life happened in 2009.
Yeah.
Yeah. The vlog started in 2009.
Yeah.
My relationship with you was 2008.
So these would have been taken in August 2008 or spring 2009, and then I got back from spring break and then drew them, I think is what happened.
Yeah, between two trips, yeah, you definitely
Yeah.
would have had them all. I was just thinking, I was like, man, we went to the beach at 3 different times of day when you visited in August, but no, this is 2 different trips.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Do you have the original photos?
I found this one. I
Okay.
don't know if I have the others.
Okay. Well, neat.
Yeah, neat.
I just finished exporting the direct reacts.
Oh, good.
I just have to get them uploaded and processed, so it should be within the next half hour, maybe 60 minutes. It's fine.
All right, things that are coming up tomorrow or tonight on Proton John's channel is Disc Only at 9 p.m. Eastern. I will not be there.
9 p.m., aka 9:15 p.m., aka 9:30 p.m. Heaven help me.
Wednesday will be Metroid. You're finishing Metroid.
Yeah, I'm finishing Super Metroid tomorrow at 1 p.m.
Mm-hmm. Thursday will be breakfast stream, and then Friday at 11 a.m. I will finish the 3rd layer of this, the 4th layer of this, and then we'll decide on the man-made elements. And I'm leaning towards not putting them in right now. And then Friday will be Zelda. Afterwards, at Zelda time.
Zelda time.
Zelda time.
Zelda time's getting real interesting.
It is getting real
'cause
interesting.
we're starting to get, like, we're running out of, like, questy stuff to do. Like, the main quest stuff, we're kind of at, like, a...
Yeah.
Like, oh, well, we're not going to continue with that, because that's endgame. So we're working on shrines. I guess we have the Koga stuff.
Yeah, that's what we had been doing. I need to mark these. Burnt umber. Burnt sienna. Titan buff. Raw sienna. Okay. Cool. Salty Cat says, do you feel like you've been spending more time on this game than Breath of the Wild? Yeah, I do.
Like, we just did our, I think, 45th week,
Yeah.
which is 1 week longer than Breath of the Wild. But also, there are more episodes of Breath of the Wild than Tears of the Kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
Which kind of makes me wonder, what on earth were we doing in Breath of the Wild?
Don't know.
So, by the time it's over, I bet they're going to be fairly similar. Tears of the Kingdom might end up being longer, but... yeah.
All right. Well, thanks everyone for being here. Steven, we'll see you tonight for Disc Only and tomorrow for Metroid, and I will see you Thursday. Hope you all have a good Tuesday, and thanks for hanging out.